How do you scale a business through Instagram when you have a struggling product or brand? The man who helped create some of the biggest names in fitness today and one of the leading business coaches for fitness professionals online, Vince Del Monte. Dan Locke interviews Vince Del Monte on how he closes sales through Instagram DMs and how he's helped dozens of clients and business professionals scale their businesses to 6 and even 7 figures through Instagram.
Talk to us maybe a little bit about, because I know you've got some creative ideas about filling the mastermind, selling high ticket. Like when you told me about, actually you're marketing your mastermind high ticket program through like Instagram, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I built the entire mastermind off of Instagram. And I only started Instagram a year and a half ago.
There you go.
Like I didn't even have an account.
Yes.
I didn't take
and
it
your
seriously
mastermind group is not cheap, 18,000?
23.8.
23.8, so 23, 24K, right?
Yeah, a little less if they pay in full.
Okay, so how do we do this? Say someone has a high ticket program, they want to utilize Instagram to sell them. So what do you recommend?
Yeah, we've found that conversions happen from conversations. All right, and the most instantaneous place to get those conversations started is in the DM with people watching your stories. Right now we're living in a golden era of Instagram stories. If you think about it compared to email, what happens when you send someone an email? Well, they opted in a long time ago, they forget who you are, you probably sent them some junk along the way. Now you're not an invited guest, but an unwanted guest.
Like a spamming,
right?
You're spamming.
Yeah, right? but think about Instagram. If you watch someone's story,
you're there.
Get your phone, you need to turn it on, you have to scroll across, find them, press the button. There's no distractions. You're going to them. So it's a completely, knowing now who's on the other side, people who want to follow you, I think there's an opportunity to really connect. And every story I ever put out, well, first of all, I did 90-second stories every single day. I had a little simple framework. Monday motivation, Teaching Tuesday, Wow Wednesday, which was featuring success story, Throwback Thursday, which was a lesson I wish I learned many years ago, Freedom Friday, which would be, hey, look, I'm with Dan, it's Friday, and we're hanging out together. This would never be possible if I didn't invest in myself many years ago.
Got it.
Social Status Saturday, which would kind of something similar. And then Sunday, Spiritual Sunday, where I'm at church and I'll share something that my pastor's sharing, and I'll kind of reframe.
So do you 90-second kind of like your content calendar?
Yeah.
Right, 90-second every single day.
Every day.
A different theme.
Yeah.
And from there, how do you transition into, like, do you drive them to an application page? Do you say swipe up? Or?
Initially, it was right to the Calendly link. It was just, if you're ready to start a successful and profitable online business, swipe up. And we've obviously changed it. Now we're coming out with a quiz which is framed around, see if you're even cut out to be an entrepreneur, because really most people aren't. You know what I'm saying?
They don't know what it takes.
No one knows no one has a clue of what this is. What this whole world is about, right? Everybody sees the cars, but if everyone wants financial security, this is the most insecure industry ever. Being an entrepreneur, the amount of risks you have to take.
Financial security. Entrepreneur is not it.
Yeah, right. And personal trainers are the worst entrepreneurs in the world because they want to spend 3 hours in the gym, they want to make their own meals, they want to just be a big fish in a small pond. So you're likely not cut out for this. So why don't you take this quiz and find out if you are? And if you cut from the right cloth, if you got the right DNA, then we'll set up a call. And we do everything over the phone. Everything's done on the phone.
So from there, so they fill out that little form and you get on the phone.
Calendly app to on the phone. And I did it for a year, longer than I should have. And that was a part of the reason we connected to find phone closers. We got a full-time phone closer now. And he's writing himself some great paychecks. And we were mastering this. It's incredible, Dan, how much money you can make when you get good at this one thing. My closer just checks me the other day for his side business. He sells a $7,000 course which teaches people how to get their first 100,000 Instagram followers. And he's just mastered the ability to take someone to rock bottom and overcome objections. And just like every coaching call is just like role playing. It's getting better at that one skill. Like we're not building new funnels and automation sequences, and it's just like he's just getting better at selling, and his income's going up. It's almost too easy. So just get better at one thing, that's it. And that's what I did for a year and a half.
So we're talking about like with DM, with getting people on the phone, with closing, which is awesome. Like I think that makes a lot of sense in terms of Instagram, swipe up, They go to a page, they book a call, and you close them. It's again, like you said, it almost sounds too simple, right? It cannot be that simple. Give me a 10-step funnel, upsell, downsell. Right?
I'm not a complicated guy. I built a 7-figure business off the words no nonsense.
Yeah.
I thought I always aced my exams in high school, 97s, 98s. I call home, I tell my mom, and she'd go, awesome, son. I get my mark back, 62, 63. Yes. And I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
I'm a simple guy. And I've discovered to multiply, you need to simplify.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here to skim a ton of cream off the top. And yes, do you want to evolve beyond that? But what's happened is now I have a full-time guy that does the chat for me. And from that, I discovered the 6 C's to effective chat. So we have a very specific way to take somebody from top to bottom, increase trust, qualify better before we get on the phone. Because we kind of triage them off in a 10-minute conversation. And now that's one of our most profitable places of ROI. Because I get a guy in there, he's DMing, he builds them up, they're ready, we get them to watch a ton of stuff, move them over, phone closer closes. It's simple. And because what I do is coach fitness business coaches on how to have a high ticket coaching program themselves, when they see us do it on them, they're like, this works. And then we're basically teaching them how to do that so that they can create some capital. Because people don't understand, you can't build a business on credit cards.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's not a good
you
idea.
got to get some cash going, but they don't have the funds, so we have to show them these non-paid ways. And we've discovered that virtually everyone has about 6 figures in their ether. Everybody has access to about, 25 to 50 people who will pay them a couple $100 a month, which is immediately a 6-figure income. So you don't have to do all these complicated strategies. It's almost too simple what we do, Dan. Do a free giveaway and then boost it and then get people to raise their hand who say, or who try and win it, and then bring them in the DM. Or
so from the DM, then you kind of have the conversation. We're not talking about spamming people, by the way. You have the conversation, asking them questions.
The first question would be, "Hey Dan!" exclamation mark, and then wait for you to reply. And then you come back and say, "Hey, this is Vince. How's it going? Hey, what kind of clients do you coach, Dan?" Oh, cool. Hey, yeah, awesome, good stuff. We coach lots of guys just like you. So what's the vision for your business? Oh yeah, I'm trying to do this. Awesome, really good stuff. What's working? What's not working right now? So it's a real conversation. Oh, right on. Anything you're struggling with? Oh yeah, kind of struggling with that. Okay, good. Yeah, we got a lot of guys struggling with that. Okay, would you like some help? Yeah. What do you guys do? Well, we've got, it's literally like 1-sentence questions. It's like the same thing on a phone call. They're doing like, if you look at the conversations, it's like this.
But this is not happening like it could be a few days over, right?
Yeah, sometimes it will, because we go back and forth, because our final question is after we've asked them, would you like some help? We say, what would you like some help with? And they'll tell you 2 or 3 things, and then that's where we start that's how we start kind of sliding in our IP. And the way I teach guys is that you've got to prescribe pills. So if you're not sleeping well, I'm a doctor, I'm going to say, you got to get some magnesium threonate. Oh, magnesium threonate, that's my problem. So every solution, just like you asked me, how do you make the money? We have a course called Converting from Chat. Oh, name your IP, right? So we own everything that we teach. And then, someone says, oh, I can't scale my coaching program. I don't know how, I can't increase my retention. Okay, we have to teach you how to unpack your IP. Oh, how do you do that? We teach you coach-directed curriculum, not client-dictated chaos. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a module we have, it's inside. So we're piquing curiosity, we're naming our IP, and we're letting them know we've got pills, you're sick here, and here, and just like a doctor, so we position ourselves as a doctor and a leader, not as a salesman. So hey, yeah, a doctor would say, you need this pill, you need this pill, and you need this pill. And then our final question in that convo is like, would you like some help? And if they say yes, then we say, cool, let's do this. And then it's, let me introduce you to my, sorry?
They're driving to a call then.
Yeah, and then we say, let's do this. And then the way you frame the call, Dan, this is what everyone screws up. And this is why people don't show up for the call, because it's not positioned properly. So one of the things that we really set up is that, hey, on this call, we're going to brainstorm a game plan for you. We're going to find out what your vision is for your business and what's possible. That word possible is a game changer. We're just going to see what's possible. Let's find out what's possible.
Okay.
All right. And then we're going to figure out what's working, what's not working, and what you're struggling with most. And what we say, this is the money. At the end of the call, you'll leave clear and confident. So we're future pacing positive emotions that they want. So there's a reason now for them to show up on the call. In fact, I had one guy, I actually did an Instagram story about Mark Avens today. He's flying in, he joined our mastermind a month ago, and I gave him some tips on how to structure his pricing, how to do paid in fulls at a discount at 6 months and 12 months. He was doing month to month. Okay. He applied, and I told him, name your freaking program and give your program a tagline with a unique mechanism at the start so that you've got a process that stands out, so you're not making a claim, but you've got a way to support how you're fulfilling that promise. He made these 3 little tweaks. He texted me before he signed the 12-month contract, and he said, I've already made $3,000 just on the last call I did. And this guy's made 15 grand in a month of being in the coaching program just by using some of these really simple things. So
and when you say the what's possible and leave with clear and confidence, you say that on a sales page or say that in a DM?
We repeat it over and over. I say it in my IG stories. We say it in the triage chat. We say it on now we have a formal application page. We say it on the payoff page, where the thank you page, where there's a video of me and we give them instructions on what to do next. So we say that over and over. So in the pre-frame and in the post there, and when we get on the call, hey, okay, so the intent of the call is to find out where you're at, where you want to go, what's working, what's not working, right? And we want to find out what their results are, what's the reality of their situation, and what's the roadblocks. All right, the 3 R's. All right, and then we also say, hey, by the way, this call's for you. If you want to take this call in any direction, you let us know. And it truly is. They can take the call in any direction. And at the end of the call, if you'd like to talk about coaching, just let us know. So as we go through the call, we ask a lot of really simple questions like, hey, so where do you want to go from here? Is it all making sense to you? Hey, what's been most helpful for you so far? And we just kind of let them pace the call until it comes up to where they want to know
what can you help me with, right?
Yeah. Well, if we could do that, would that be a sooner thing or a later thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why is that a sooner thing? So we really just take our time.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things I've learned from you, Dan, take the tonality, and it really is coming from a place of care. And just
service.
So great. So by the way, why did you reach out to us today? Why not push this off for another month or 2 months? Is there any specific reason? So we just really unpack the conversation, and we just keep letting them guide it. And what we're really doing is we're teaching them how to sell by the way we sell them. And I can't tell you how many people I've helped make the decision when I simply reframe the question back to them and they say, oh man, this is really expensive. And I'm like, what do you think somebody would do in your situation that you look up to? And they're tight. Do you think they would make the leap? And they go, I see what you're saying. I see what you're doing. So what do you think we should do next? So we just let people make the decision, because I don't want to push somebody into something that they're not prepared. They're going to be a horrible client. We need to teach them that, hey, this is the exact reason.
And they need to have that they need to be emotionally invested into the decision. They own the decision, right?
Yes. And I tell them, hey, listen, there's only 3 reasons you shouldn't do this today. There's actually more, but you're not prepared to be decisive. You're not committed and prepared to back this commitment with time and money, because that's what a true commitment is. And you're not prepared to resolve, because there's going to be battles. And every battle is going to get bigger, but the rewards will get better. So we're just very transparent about what's coming, right? And we tell people we're not looking for clients. I'm not. I don't want another client. I want a success story. I want to feature them on our show, Becoming an Entrepreneur. We got an awesome show. This is what's been driving our coaching program. We have better case studies than anybody else.
I love it. I mean, we could talk closing marketing all day.